Hey guys, and welcome back to episode 4 of my Minecraft playthrough series. So we are picking up right where we left off in this amethyst cave thing that I made a room out of. You will notice that I did swap out the beds off camera, so we now have a purple bed in here. And the gray bed is back on the boat. I would like to eventually mine this. So all of these blocks can be broken down into more amethyst shards. And we can pretty much get rid of all of these blocks except for the blocks that have X's. And the blocks of X's, what you want to do is free up all the space around them so that they have room to grow. So now this one can grow ones on the bottom and on the sides because we broke that stuff. So I think I'm probably going to do that off camera. I also want to kind of turn this into a build. I think it would be really cool to maybe have like purple stained glass windows kind of looking out into the mines. So we'll that is definitely a project I have planned for a later time. Right now it's just like a safe spot, so oh, I guess it's nighttime. However, we did just kind of be in the mines for the past 2 episodes, so I think we're going to come back to this mine shaft in a future episode, and I have something else really fun planned. So the goal of this episode is to find some buried treasure. If you remember, when we found the pirate shipwreck, we found a treasure map. And me being kind of a noob, I did look up a tutorial on how to use it. I will post the tutorial in the description below in case you guys are interested. But yeah, I think it's going to be kind of exciting to go treasure map hunting. But before we go home, I do want to pick up some copper, and I remember I left some in this hole because I want to make a spyglass. I think it will be very helpful in our search for buried treasure. So let's get all of this copper. We will melt it down and make our spyglass, and then I think we're gonna adventure a little bit. I mean, we have a full suit, so hopefully we will be fairly safe. Granted, it's not a diamond suit or anything, but it's still a full suit. We still have milk for if we got poisoned again. By the way, my friend Nikki did tell me that the milk did work. It's just that the spider re-attacked me. So that was my dilemma in the past episode, but alright, let's go melt down this iron. Alright, like I said, gray bed is back in here. I put the furnace and the crafting table back in here. Let's go ahead and melt down the copper. And then I would also like to build a boat. So let's just take some oak planks and make a boat real quick. There we go. We got 6 pieces of copper, which should be more than enough to make a spyglass. Let's grab the amethyst out and try to do this. There we go. We got a spyglass. Let me just put these away real quick because I don't want to lose them. And yeah, we just slept, so we should be fairly good to go on our little trip. I mean, our pockets are fairly empty. I think we're good, you guys. Yeah, we just need the treasure map. Okay, I'll put the milk there, I guess, and let's be on our way. So I'm just gonna plop the boat right here. Let's get in the boat, and I think we can use this while we drive. Okay. So we're in the bottom left corner of the map. And I think it wants us to go this way. It seems like we're going the right way. Hi, squid! Alright. I love watching the map get colored in. Okay, so we went up, which is good, but now we need to go this way, I think. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm really bad with sense of direction, as I've warned you, and I'm bad with maps. It's really hard to see which way the arrow is pointing on the map, so I'm not sure if I'm even going the right way. But it looks like this might be another biome, which is good, because that looks like spruce trees. So that is good to know. Okay, we did head the right way. That's good to know, because we need spruce trees to fix up the boat if I want to complete the boat as a project. There's some mushrooms in the distance, which is good for making soup, some sugarcane. Okay. So our map is getting filled in, which I like. It looks like the treasure was back this way, though. Okay. So the tutorial says you want to get, like, directly under it. So I'm under it, but then do I go this way or the other way is the question. Do I go this way? Yes. Okay. Let's get out of the boat. And okay, I think this is it. Let's go ahead and dig down. Trying to be somewhat careful about this. Okay, so I didn't do it right, so I'm just gonna dig this whole area and see if I can find it. Okay, we did it, you guys! We found the treasure! What did we get? Okay, we got cooked salmon, we got cooked cod, a chest, prismine crystals, I have no idea what to use these for, and heart of the sea, which again, don't really know what to use it for, but I do know, I think we can use it to make a respirator helmet from tutorials I've seen. Okay, so this was a fairly good find. We have a chest. And that didn't take long at all. I love how it was super close to the boat. It is getting late and I didn't bring a travel bed, so let's head home. That was way faster than I planned. I thought it would have taken me a little bit longer. Also, just to show off the new spyglass, this is what it does. It lets us zoom in on stuff. So it's pretty dang cool. I love it. Alright, let me just put my stuff away and then I will sleep through the night. I guess we can put our new chest up here. I love how we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chests and they're all chests we found. I have not had to craft a single chest this Let's Play so far. Alright, 21 pieces of iron. I'm going to put the crystals and the gold in here, and the heart of the sea in here, and the fish can go with the food. I'm honestly kind of shocked that they're not spoiled. All right, so the next thing I think I want to do is make a calligraphy table with this leftover paper, because my friend Nikki uses maps in her playthrough series and she says she likes to zoom them out 3 times. So I'm just gonna kind of follow her in that, I think, and see if I can zoom this map out, because technically it's no longer a buried map. It's no longer a buried treasure map. We found the treasure. So it shouldn't be an issue if we want to zoom it out. So, man, this room's getting cramped. Let's just put it there for now. And then if I click on this and I put the map here, plus paper. I think that zooms it out the first time. And then if I put it here again plus paper, that zooms it out the second time. And then if I put it here again plus paper, that should be 3 times zoomed out like Nikki recommended. Unfortunately, I can't get rid of the X, I don't think, but I kind of like it because it's like a landmark. And we know that landmark is kind of close to home. So if we just remember the X kind of marks the spot for home, I think that will do nicely. So that's going to be our map. I kind of want to go fill it in and see what's around us. I'm really happy we were able to find spruce somewhat near to us. But before I do that, I just reminded myself, because I saw it in the chest, we have bamboo. And while I have never used bamboo before, because I am a noob, I have discovered through watching other people play that bamboo is great for scaffolds. So if we can plant this and get this growing, that would be a really good thing. I don't know if it needs to be near the water, but I'm just going to put it here in my little makeshift garden. We got 1 piece of bamboo and 2 pieces of bamboo growing now. So hopefully we can get some scaffolding soon. But yeah, let's continue our little adventure, I guess, and fill in the map. You know what? Do I have the wool to make another travel bed before we get going? And I want to make a iron pickaxe because we didn't have one yet. And then I guess, I don't know. I kind of want to make an iron helmet because I think it is a little better than the gold one we have. And then the gold one we can save possibly for when we go to the Nether. Or it could just be a backup helmet. And dang it, I did it again. I forgot we had an iron helmet in the chest. It's fine. Probably shouldn't be wasting this, but I don't know. I kind of want to have backups because I don't know how long I'm going to be gone for. All right, that should do nicely. All right, and just like that, we have our second travel bed. There we go. We should be all set. I'm just gonna put this stuff away. All right, let's get to filling in this map. I'm super excited to learn a little bit about this area because really I haven't explored much other than where we currently are. All right, I think that's off the map, so I think if we go this way, it should start coloring in. Yep, the map's starting to get color, you guys. How exciting. I love that. So we got the spruce forest over here, which I will definitely have to visit soon. At least I think that's spruce. I don't know the name of the actual biome. Here I think is where we spawned, maybe? Ah, I'm a terrible driver. Okay, I definitely feel like this is where we spawned because there's all baby trees that I'm pretty sure I'm the one that planted. Which means way off in this corner somewhere is probably where I built my first hidey hole. Yes. Okay, so this is really cool. So we really only have explored this really top corner of the map so far, you guys. And look how much we've already found. We found a mine shaft already. We found a pirate ship boat. So I'm really excited to see what else this spawn has to offer. But yeah, this is definitely where I built my first little hidey hole, taking a trip down memory lane. Here it is in here. Right? Yes. Okay. Let's visit for old time's sake. We'll put down the travel bed. Let's put down some lights in here now that we actually have stuff. All right, and sleep. Let's get back to the boat. So I kind of have a sense of direction. So that in the top left corner is where we spawned. That is spawn. And then if we go this way, we end up going towards the spruce forest and towards where the pirate ship is, where we decided to make our first home. I kind of like that the map still has an X on it, even though we found the buried treasure, because now if I ever get lost, I know this general area. The X is the general area of spawn / pirate ship and all that good stuff. So let's see if we can fill in some more of this map. So we have not gone this way yet, I don't think. Mushrooms! Or are those just flowers? Flowers. I kind of want to make a ton of purple dye so that we can make purple stained glass for the amethyst room. So I do want to collect more red flowers to have some more red dye. And was I correct? Is this spruce or is this not? Nope, it's definitely spruce. I was correct. Perfect. Because that's just what we need to be able to fix up the boat. I think the only other thing we need is dark oak. And then we should have all the materials to complete the project. Red. I don't think I need yellow right now. Okay. Getting all the red flowers. I don't really want to chop down trees right now. I just want to keep exploring this area. Are you freaking kidding me? That is a freaking portal, you guys. So you're telling me spawned us next to a pirate ship, a mine shaft, and a freaking portal? I'm so sorry. My cat just woke up, I think. She's saying good morning. Hi, Bubbles. Alright. We gotta be careful, but is there anything we can get from this little rock over here? Okay, I hear a lava. That's lava. Okay. Nope, that's lava too. Okay, do not step in that. Why don't we put some blocks in that, maybe? I can always get lava again from a different source later if we need to keep the lava. There we go. Okay, yeah, I'm really happy with this map so far, you guys. I really couldn't be happier. Alright, let's dig this up because this can be transformed into pure gold, I'm pretty sure, which is nice. Yeah, look, that's 18 pieces of gold. Awesome. We don't necessarily need these blocks. We can always come back for them. Is there... And I walked right into the lava again. Is there a chest or anything we can raid? I don't... Oh, yep. Here it is. What's in here? Glycering melon slice, fire charge, flint and steel, obsidian. Okay. So, again, I'm a noob. I don't know everything I should probably know, but I know we need to complete the portal if we want to use it and then light it with the flint and steel. So this is very helpful. Why don't we see how many pieces we need? I'm going to take the chest. We found so many chests so far. I don't know if these pieces count or if it's only these pieces, but I feel like we're looking fairly okay at the moment. Let me dig some dirt so that I can get higher up. Okay, so again, I don't know how big it needs to be, but I think one needs to go there, and then, you know what, let me just Google this real quick. Okay, so I Googled it, and it needs to be a 4x5 minimum to work. And it says you need to get rid of these pieces that look like they're broken because they are called crying obsidian. I don't know if I can break this without a diamond axe. So that might not be something we can do right now. However, it said the dimensions of the portal need to be a 4x5 at least. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we should be able to start the roof right here, if I'm correct. So yeah, I don't think we can finish this until we get a diamond pickaxe. I could be wrong, but that was a really cool find that we are going to have to add to our to-do list. I can't say enough how happy I am with Spawn so far, and I like how this portion of the map is like almost like a clover of islands is the best way I can describe that. The way how there's like ocean between it. So far, what I can see, it looks like 3 leaves of a clover. Maybe I just have St. Patty's on the mind, but I also see some berries that we can get. So definitely going to grab those because those are not only a good source of food, but good for protection. And did I leave my bed in that hidey hole like an idiot? Yes, I did. Okay, so I guess we're going back to the hidey hole to get my not-so-travel bed. I just kind of want to collect a few more berries and hopefully not get killed in the process. Alright, let's not forget to actually pick up the travel bed this time. And head back out. I guess the spiders aren't burning because the water put the fire out. So let's just drive away, and I don't think they're small enough to be able to get into the boat with us, which is kind of a blessing. So I think we went down here already, and I'm just wondering if it's all dead end or not. Yeah, I don't think we can row through here. Maybe. We could try. Is this a waterfall? I did not mean to frickin' drive my boat right into it. Okay? That almost was very stupid. At least it let me down gently. Alright, let's explore this way and try to fill in the rest of the map. We might only get maybe the top left corner explored in this episode, and then in other episodes we can explore the other corners. Just because it's taken a minute. Alright, I think I got all the chests. Let me put back down the boat. more berries? I think we have enough berries for now, especially because we can plant them, and the ones we plant will grow more. Oh, look at the pink flowers. Those are pretty. I don't think there's necessarily a point in going out this way. I just want to make sure my map is all colored in because I think it looks nicer. So I'm just kind of killing time. But that actually looks like it might be a structure. Interesting. I'm too much of a noob to really know what that is. You know, it definitely looks like an underwater structure. Okay, so again, mental note, writing this down, it is top, taking a screenshot of the map, top left corner of map, water structure. And what are the chords? Let's write the chords down as well. So we're just basically noting a bunch of adventures we can do in the future. So 312, 62, negative 37. So yeah, because we zoomed the map out 3 times, like each corner of the map is probably a small map's worth. So I think we're only gonna do 1/4 of the map today in this video, and then we can save the other fourths for future videos. It is super nice to have a map though, as somebody with no sense of direction. Is that a dolphin? It is a dolphin. Oh, I love my spyglass. I can't say the map is always helpful. I still get lost with the map sometimes, but it's definitely more helpful than not having one. Okay, I see a beehive. I don't know if we necessarily need beeswax right now, but that is noteworthy. All right, I see some pumpkins. Yup. All right, so I think this is as far as I want to go in this direction. We basically made it to the middle of the map. And now I want to try to start going down, which means we go, it's hard to tell which way I'm facing. I think it's this way to start going down, correct? Yeah, it looks like we're starting to fill more in. I guess we can harvest some pumpkins while we're here. All right, I do not have any shelter, so I need to make sure I place this bed as soon as we get the opportunity. Also need to make sure I'm not accidentally walking into any holes while I'm staring at the map. Go to sleep, please. There we go. All right. Let's keep heading this way. Okay, is this the same portal or is that a different portal? Because I know I think this is a different portal, you guys, because first of all, is this coloring in the map? It is. Okay. Yeah, I think this is a different one because this is missing less blocks than the other one was. Plus there's gold up there that we can take. So let's take the gold. I'm going to turn it into ingots or whatever they are. And what's in the chest? We got more fire chargers and we got obsidian blocks. Okay. Which means we can finish this, I think. This one is closer to being finished than the other one. I just don't know that I want to finish it. The other one is closer to our house, so it might be more convenient to finish the other one. But again, let me just note the coordinates. It is 945633325. Okay, so we found one water structure and 2 portals so far. That's kind of exciting. Let's finish again. The goal of this episode was just to find treasure. Now the goal of this episode is simply to finish out the top left corner of the map. So in order to do that, we have to keep going down this way. We have to get out of the boat again. Okay. This is the way, correct? Yes. Okay, perfect. I see some blue flowers, which will aid me in making purple dye to make amethyst windows, because I want to make that amethyst room I keep talking about. So let's pick up some of these blue flowers. Unfortunately, I think it's just the one. Nope, there's some more. Okay, are we still heading the right direction? Close enough. Another red flower. Okay. All right, we got more horses. And again, more blue flowers that I am surely going to take. The red and the blue for purple. Red. Red. Okay, I need to focus. Stop collecting flowers and get back to mapping. Let me just eat real quick. Okay, looking at the map, we're getting fairly close to the center. I'm gonna go a little bit more before turning, I think. And it looks like a different biome again, which is kind of fun. Alright, how far out would I consider to be the center of the map? I mean, we're pretty darn close. More horses. Okay, I think I'm going to consider this the center of the map. So then to fill in the rest, we need to go, I believe, this way, right? Nope, the other way, this way. Yep. Alrighty. Is it not gonna let me sleep because it's raining? Okay, perfect. We slept through the night, but we have to be careful because monsters will still be out. Never mind. The rain stopped. What a blessing. Okay. Wow. Another really deep cave. Okay. Alright, so we do kind of pass into this biome when we get to this part of the map. Interesting. What type of wood is this? What can I get rid of? We don't need a sapling. Acacia. I don't know how to pronounce that. Okay. We could also get more iron while we're here. I don't necessarily know if we need it. I also don't know if I necessarily have room for it, but I could get rid of dirt. I don't need dirt, so might as well. I feel like iron is always a resource I would be happy to take. And yeah. Okay. Especially since it's so easily accessible, just surface iron. Let's keep looking at the map. Alright, so jump. Looks like we're gonna need our boat again. Maybe there will be a structure out here or some purpose to going out here. Otherwise, we're just making the map look pretty. Okay, the map is nearly filled in this top corner. We just gotta go pretty much color in the middle and then return home. So that is what I'm currently doing. I'm just gonna kind of zigzag through the middle parts of this top left corner. Ooh, okay, this is pretty. I think this usually grows above mines, if I'm correct. I don't know. Gonna take them to coordinates 74, 62, 62. We'll have to keep that in mind. I don't know what type of wood this is, but I kind of want to see. I think it's azalea. Was I able to pick it up? Get in your boat. Oak? Was it oak? I guess. But those flowers are so pretty. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. This is my first time ever filling in a map, and it is a little tedious. My friend made it look so easy, and it is not. It takes a lot of patience, especially if you're OCD and want to color in every little spot that you miss because you want it to be pretty and colorful. Yeah, it's gonna take you a minute. Alright, we gotta go this way. Do I have a mushroom in my inventory? I do. Might as well collect some more. And I hear a skeleton, which means it's probably alive because of the fact that, well, it's either down underground or the trees provide too much shade for the sun to get through. No! Oh shit. Okay, I'm so happy I didn't fall further down. And I see mushrooms. Wow, okay. What can I get rid of? I really don't want the dandelion. I do want some red mushrooms so that I can make some mushroom soup if needed. Wow, the iron pickaxe takes it out so easily. I do like this little section of the map. I kind of wish the mushroom forest kind of showed as red on the map for like the red mushrooms, but I guess it makes sense. It's not very big. It looks pretty small. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't a true biome forest, just a few mushrooms in the mix. Okay, we have a zombie with armor to fight. Perfect. And he left us a helmet. Let's go sleep before more mobs come to get us. I'm wondering what I got the ice bucket achievement for. I do not know. And I'm trying to figure out what we can possibly get rid of. Let's get rid of this stick and pick up our bed. Okay. Where are we heading? Map? This way. Okay. Okay. Forest fire, lava lake. Okay. Noted. What is this? Is this terracotta? I'm running out of things that I can get rid of. I guess I don't need the nether rack because when I go through the portal I'll get more. It is terracotta. There's white and orange terracotta here. Interesting. Okay, I don't know if we necessarily need that, but that's kind of a cool find. Does that mean we're close to the mesa? Or is that just a random mud pool that like turned into clay? Okay, another big hole. Alright, we're gonna have to go around this. Alright, let's place our bed down again. And I should eat. Pick up the bed. Look at the map, but don't fall in the hole, please. Okay. Okay, I think just going around the hole in the floor made the map gods happy because it looks like it's filling in. I could be wrong. Yeah, looks pretty good. I keep wondering if like these little tan marks are parts of the map that I missed, or if they're just like supposed to be on the map because it's like sand, but I'm pretty sure they're supposed to be there. Not me hearing a skeleton. I am under tree cover, so it's possible he could be alive. Probably underground now. Alright, don't fall into the ravine because I think it's in this area. Okay. Mushrooms again. What? What in the world? You guys, never have I ever found a structure like this in vanilla playing on my own. I didn't think things like this existed. This looks like a freaking mansion. What? I really hope I don't die by going to explore this.